I mean, obviously, Keanu is the best, if not among the best, sort of physical film actors of all time. But I think there's a quality to him that's very underseen and sometimes underappreciated, which is his vulnerability, his quietness, his intimate moments. And that's something he was interested in exploring and something that I was interested in exploring. So we wanted to play with genre a little bit, put him in some territory in which, you know, there is a genre aspect to it, but also tell a love story as well, and peel the onion a little bit on Keanu as a performer. And I think I'm so proud of what he did in this film. I think it's just tremendous.
Yeah, you're definitely playing with genre elements in here. All of the sort of all of the ingredients are in place to kind of boil into one of these kinds of movies where he could kick everybody's ass. But we're sort of taking our time to sort of see him work as an actor to be that type of person, which is much different than him kicking ass in 5 minutes at the top of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the John Wick movies are terrific, and the Matrix movies are terrific, and were we to try to compete with those movies, we would fail because they do what they do so well. One of the mantras throughout the pre-production of this movie and the making of this movie was that this is not, you know, one of those films. We're doing something different. So
how does that mantra help when you're making this film?
Well, specifically with Keanu, because he's such a perfectionist, as you guys know, he has to get everything perfect. And in this movie, he's a flawed character who's not perfect. So whether it's, you know, it's like, hey man, you're Russia, you don't have to sound like you were born in Moscow. You don't have to, you know, be somebody who's
speaking Russian often.
Exactly, yeah. And he doesn't have to be somebody who is, you know, born with a rifle in his bed and can, you know, take apart a gun blindfolded. Like, he uses a gun and he speaks Russian and he works with diamonds, which are, the specifics of that are actually much more difficult than they look. That's the one thing he had to be the expert at. Everything else, it was, you know, he was doing his best. He was a real man caught in extreme circumstances, as opposed to like this superstar person caught in circumstances where he was familiar. This is a movie about Keanu's character going into very unfamiliar territory, both, you know, emotionally as well as physically in terms of his safety. And we wanted to explore how we reacted to that.